Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going over MyMedic Super Wrap. I'm your guide, Billy Haley.
And I'm Tyson.
Let's go. I'm Billy Haley. Think of an injury and I've treated it. I've got over 20 years of experience ranging from the front lines of the battlefield to a hospital operating room. Teaching first aid is my passion. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Have you used this stuff before?
I think pre-wrap for my ankle one time.
Yeah, definitely. This stuff's super versatile. You've seen it definitely giving blood. So they put the little 2x2.
Oh yeah, same stuff?
Yeah, it sticks to itself. It's got a lot of uses. Everything from just that little 2x2, keeping that in place. You can keep gauze, like large patches of gauze. But also, it has uses such as, give me your finger. Wrapping this somewhat tight, but not cutting off the circulation. See how stretchy that is? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna use just a little bit of that stretch. You're not gonna utilize the entire stretch of it. But if you start giving just a few layers of this stuff, you can make yourself a nice little finger splint. So it kind of immobilizes that knuckle a little bit. So finger splint, you can use it on a wrist. Why are you doing that?
I can't put my finger, oh, well like this I can, but I can't put my finger down.
The same works for a wrist if you need to stabilize your wrist. Now keep in mind, stabilizing the wrist doesn't have to be because of an injury, right? A lot of people use this in sporting events, you know, just to have a little stabilization on the wrist, the hand, whatever. There's that. And again, it just sticks to itself. Very clean, very soft, it's actually comfortable. And depending on how many wraps you do, that's gonna equate to how stiff it is. So if you did a ton of wraps like that, that would be a pretty decent little splint for the wrist or whatever.
Yeah, this feels nice.
For those that have adhesive allergies, this stuff's awesome because now you're not putting like sticky medical tape or a Band-Aid or whatever. You can just put a little 2x2 piece of gauze, wrap up a couple layers of this, and you're good to go. They're not getting that adhesive allergy.
That's good.
So, but one thing to keep in mind, this does have some rubber and latex in it. So latex allergy is gonna be potentially an issue with this stuff. So yeah, all kinds of uses, man. This stuff is phenomenal. What are your questions on the Super Wrap?
Oh, let's see. So it's not necessarily about how thick, right? It's just about making sure it immobilizes and provides that stability.
Yeah, you're not looking for a specific thickness with anything. Like if you're just trying to keep down a piece of gauze or something like that, a couple of wraps, you're fine. If you're looking for immobilization of like a larger joint, like a wrist or something, you're gonna need a few more wraps just to make sure that's a little more rigid. So the more wraps, the more rigid it's gonna get.
So what if so I sprained my ankle really bad, right?
Yep.
And what if it's swollen? Would this help with swelling? Is that okay to wrap it over?
Yeah, so this can act as a compression wrap, like an ACE wrap or something like that. You can absolutely use this stuff in the same way.
Okay, and it would help that swelling go down?
Yeah, now
cool.
Again, if you sprain your ankle and it's swelling like crazy, you're not gonna crank down on this stuff. You're not gonna,
so it's not about tightness?
No, because that's gonna end up cutting off circulation. So get a few wraps, kind of use that compression dressing, but don't cut off the circulation.
Okay,
so
it's good to know. And the next question is, what about using it to stop a bleed?
This stuff isn't gonna stop a bleed, but let's say you've packed a wound with a hemostatic gauze, you know, like the quick clot gauze or something like that. You don't have an ACE wrap or a pressure dressing, that's where you would use this as far as a bleed.
Cool, yeah, many uses, just like you said.
Yeah, it really is.
So, why is it called Super Wrap? Like, why add the super?
Because it's super, and it's a wrap.
Fair enough. That's great. Great explanation.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic answer.
All right, super for Super Wrap, super duper. I want to thank you guys for showing up and stepping up your first aid game. I'm your super guide, Billy Haley.
And I'm Super Tyson.
Helping you super stay alive.
Super Lee.